Yeah, how's it going today? Chris with the Wicked Repairs. Today we are out in my yard, and um, past week or so, little by little, we've been setting up our pool. So we had a little bit of a grade here, about a 8-inch difference, about six to 8 inch difference, um, in pitch. So I'm gonna turn the camera around, show you what we got here. So we had, as I said, a little bit of a grade here in the yard. So we built a little retaining wall here. And I think when it's all done, said and done, we're going to be putting flowers or hostas or something inside of here that's going to grow up next to the pool. So we have a 16-foot pool, and we're going to this whole circle is actually 18-foot round, so 16-foot pool. So it'll be inside of this a little bit, and we've got everything nice and level here. It's maybe not 100%, but I bet it's 99% going to be good. So that's where we're at. We built a retaining wall. We got, I'd say, 3 to 6 inches of sand in here from left to right, to fill it up, to make it pitched, to make it level rather, because of the pitch. And we have a huge old billboard sign, and that's what we're going to use for the base on top of the sand under our pool. It is black on the other side, so we just pulled it out and cleaned it up, and we're going to flip it over. We're going to put the base down on top of here, that tarp, or billboard sign rather, and then we're going to be getting the pool built. So we'll show you that as we go along. So there's the tarps. We laid down that billboard tarp. We didn't realize that the pool came with its own tarp, so we laid that on top. And as we set up the pool legs and everything, we'll pull it a little tighter, but I think that looks pretty good, and then we'll cut it to size after. We'll trim it down. Alright, so we're just going step by step. We have the pool liner set up, where we have the filter side over here, and eventually where those jet skis are and stuff, there's going to be a fence here, so we'll have the filter in between the fence and the pool. But we just going step by step as the directions say, and we got everything, almost everything kind of laid out. We have to put the cross members in, but we got all the poles starting to get laid out. One thing I'm going to do, where all these joints go in together, where they go into here and they come into here for the horizontal members, I'm going to put never sees on all these pieces to keep them from rusting, as they will scratch when you go inside, and it will rust over time, because we do intend on kind of winterizing the pool and leaving it up for the winter. I kind of got that idea from my brother Paul, and you can check out his videos. I'll see if I could put a link in the description for his. But he had taken his apart after being up for a while, and all those joints are very rusty. So I said, you know what, put never sees on ours and see if it helps. It's got to help a little bit at least anyhow, right? So that's where we're at now. I'm going to finish laying out the rest of the pieces and start never sees those joints and getting them together. Alright, so we just finished putting in all of the T-fittings and the horizontal beams. You can see, I'm going to clean this up, but you can see I got a little never see. So I put never sees on the inside of all these fittings before putting them together. Always make sure you read all your directions, and make sure that you put the last fitting on last, because it has a little cutout on it to make sure it fits properly, because it does get tight at the end. And then now the next step is to put all these pins in. So we're going to put all these pins around in all the holes, and then we'll snug up the entire upper edge of the pool. Jeez. Well, we've been filling the pool I'd say about an hour now. We've got about 3 inches in it. So we're filling it up, and I've been in here the entire time. And our children came in here and splashed around a bit, but you know, we've been going around, or I've been going around inside here getting all as many wrinkles out as we can. You see there's a few here. There are some small ones I'm probably not going to be able to get out. But overall, it's very smooth. It is slightly off too. It's a little more shallow on this end than this end. Not by too much. I don't think it's going to be an issue. I hope not, but we'll let you know. But we're getting there. Only 15 more days left to fill. No. Hopefully, it'll probably take a couple days. We were kind of undecided whether we want to do, you know, just fill it with a hose or have a truck come fill it up. I don't know. For now, I'm just going to keep filling it with the hose. And we'll see. And we'll get back at you once the pool is filled. And once we get the filter on here, and lines and everything we need, then we'll show you how that goes together too. So here is day 2. We just finished the pool yesterday, and it's filling. We did shut off the water during the night. We had a lot of heavy rain this morning, so that helped it fill it probably an extra couple inches, but we are continuing to fill now. Like I said, we're about halfway there. Everything seems really good so far, and I'm going to start to get the pump installed here. We've got the directions here for the pump. There's quite a few pieces to it. You got the parts list. Always double check your parts list, make sure you have everything. And we're going to go just like it shows here in the assembly, from step 1 all the way to step 8. Oops, sorry, or step 9. So that's it. We're going to set up the pump. Alright, so we still have to put the lid on here and stuff, but it was pretty easy to assemble. And you have a big nut that goes here. There's a rubber gasket washer that goes in between the pump housing and the pool. This has to be in the correct orientation. There's a little cutout inside this gasket that goes in this tab, as well as 2 little nipples in the bottoms of each side that go into a certain location, so you have to make sure that's lined up properly. And then the outside of where the inlet hose is, there's a plastic washer here, and then you have your big nut here that seats there, and you put the rubber gasket here. And they do recommend that the orientation for this is up and away from the pump slightly for the best pump. When you put the hose on, there's a little rubber gasket on there, so you probably have to loosen the clamps up, pop it on, and then tighten the clamps down. Don't over tighten them. They're all plastic, that way they don't break. But with the rubber gasket in there, as long as they're snug, this should be good. And that's basically it for the pump. We're just going to put the door on top and stuff and latch it all together. Just go by the directions to show you how to latch it properly. And that's it there with the pump. So here it is, the Summer Waves pool by Poly Group. It's a 16 foot by 48 inches. So 16 foot round by 48 inches deep. Took a couple days to fill. Finishes, you know, we shut it off during the night, but we had it on for a few hours the first day, bunch of hours the next day, and then I finished filling it up this morning. Only needed a couple inches really, but of course, like I said, we didn't want to leave it on at night. It would have overflowed for sure. It does only go up to a certain point too, because of the filter design, the pump the way it is. You know, the pump top is much lower than this, so you know, it only goes up to the pump top as far as height. We were able to shim that side a little bit, some of those legs, because it was actually much lower. So it is not 100% plumb and perfect as, you know, you would want it to be, but it's definitely not terrible. It's about almost two squares off, if you're counting the squares on the lining. It's almost 2 squares off from one side to the other. So it's not perfect, but it's 99%, I'd say, perfect, and I think it seems absolutely fine. You know, we're going to be putting rubber mulch all around the pool here on the bottom, and I think we're going to be putting some hostas and plants and flowers inside these cinders until we decide to, right here, build a deck along the side of the pool. It's going to be you know, a full-size, not full-size, but 48-inch height deck that's going to match the top of the pool. And I don't know exact dimensions yet, but I'll definitely put a video on of doing the deck that we add to here. I want it to comfortably fit, you know, 3 people, 4 people, and you know, be able to have some room to lay out on, sit in a chair, have a little table, that type of deal. So the pool went up really easy if you follow the instructions. You know, the liner, they do recommend to put out in the sun for a couple hours, and it really wasn't sunny when we set up the pool. There's a lot of overcast and bad weather coming from the hurricane, so you know, which actually helps too, because the second day that we filled this up, we got probably 3 inches of rain from storms, so that helped fill up the pool a little bit too. But you know, we'll take it. And yeah, so you know, as I said, go by the instructions. Very simple, and it went up pretty quick. And I think that, you know, I'll probably do an update of the pool at some point. And the pump, Summer Waves, 16-foot pool by 4 feet deep. And hopefully we'll see you soon on the deck video. Thank you very much. Hope you give this video a like and subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, leave them below. Thank you very much.